this stop hunt that we just saw on Bitcoin and figure out what could happen next. I'm going to analyze a trade that I did that failed and have a look at what I could have done better. Can't wait to talk this through with you guys this morning. It's just waiting for the software to catch up and let everyone know that we're back online. Alright guys, we're back. This time my microphone is working. I'm not sure why that happened, but Windows just decided it needed a random restart. Otherwise no one was going to be able to hear me. Thank you, Windows. So guys, we've had a huge move in crypto. A bullish move up. A stop hunt, if you will. And I'm here today to talk through it. And show you guys a trade that I made that hit my stop loss, and have a look at what I could have done better. Alright, so let's take a look. I know you guys are all probably here for the same thing. Maybe a lot of you are in the same trade, and other trades as well that you may have got stopped out of this morning. Let's have a look at why that happened. Alright, where is my screen share? Let's open up some charts. Should have probably opened up Chrome before I got started. It's an exciting morning though. I'll just stick to that window while everything loads up. Exciting morning. I wasn't going to stream today. I thought I'd have a nice day off. Bitcoin was looking like it was pretty stagnant, and then all of a sudden I saw this big move up and I thought, well, we need to sit down and take a look at this. Would you not agree? Please give my computer a second to catch up. For some reason that I can't understand, Chrome seems to take forever to load, and it's crazy because this computer is a beast. I think I need to actually go and reinstall Windows, to be honest. Alright, come on Chrome, let's go. Just give it a second. Yes, thank you. Now about 5 different Chrome windows are going to open because of how impatient I am. Let me just try and bring back the window that was open with all of my coins and trades. Here we go. Alright, I'm going to share my screen now. Can you guys all hear me? I hope you can. Hey, close that off. Like I said, another 5 windows are going to open up. Let me just hide the work that I just did, where I was trying to figure out what I did wrong. We'll just hide that for now. And I'll leave only what I had before. Now, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Oh, everything's Litecoin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. First thing I want to mention to everybody is I took some of Nick's advice from our last meeting. If you don't know who Nick is the coach of myself, the trading coach, and a lot of the other people who watch this particular channel. Nick's our coach. So we all had a meeting on Monday. A lot of things discussed about the business of trading. And one of the takeaways that I took was I was just risking too much in each trade. I was risking 5%. And now I'm risking 3%. Which I'm told is still quite high. I didn't know. I thought like 3% would be low. Maybe it's just because I have a bigger appetite for risk. So this last trade that I made, well, Litecoin was a short, and that was a loss. Not looking good for this month, but it's still early. Wow. For December. It's still early. This isn't my entire month. This is just what I've decided to trade since streaming. It was a 16 a $14.85 loss on that one. My goal here is to get above 50%, because at above 50% I'm still going to make money. Alright, looking through what happened with Bitcoin. Bitcoin had been stuck at this level here for the past few days, and I had hoped it would come back down through these stops that had accumulated down here and pick up my trade before moving up. It didn't do that, and that's okay. I was looking to pick up my trade, but I didn't, and Bitcoin's moved anyway. That's okay. It happens. I'm not going to get upset. From here, Bitcoin has come and picked up all of these stops that were sitting here. We had even highs. We had even highs here, and Bitcoin's just come and taken all of that. So that's a smart money move. That's an institutional trading move. We've seen it many times, and they've come in there. They were still eating up stops that were getting put up here. So lots of people were coming in and shorting from this area here, and those stops were getting taken. So where do we think it will go from here? It may continue moving up to test the top of this range. So we may see it hit the 50% mark of this particular range and then up to the top, which is where I'm going to be looking for those short opportunities. But at its current stage, this is not for me a tradable situation. Now the Litecoin, well, that's interesting. I had hoped, and this was a bit of an experiment on my part, I had hoped that if I took a coin at its peak and Bitcoin would come up, I was expecting Bitcoin to possibly come up, eat these stops, and take my trade on Litecoin. And I'll show you where I jumped in on that. I jumped in on Litecoin right here. Let's just close this side window down. I jumped in right here, and at the time it was right here. So when the price was here, I jumped in here thinking, I don't want to target this order block here, I want to go one higher. I was targeting way back here. And I think I could have done better. My theory was sound. My theory was Bitcoin is going to come up and then probably come back down. And I still think Bitcoin will come back down. I think it'll come up, take these stops, and come back down. And so my Litecoin trade was going to take that all into account. What I could have done better, I think, is, let's open up this rectangle here. Really I've picked something too close, too small. Looking at the 1 hour trade, we have a big supply right here, and I could have taken a trade right in the middle of this one. Just get rid of some of these. Really, I've got to start trying to make sure that the trade is the best trade possible. Doesn't have to be the one I jump in. Doesn't have to necessarily jump me in on that. Now, this would have been my entry point. This should have been my entry point if I was going to take this right here. That would have allowed me to put a stop loss up here. Much bigger stop loss, much closer to the top of this structure. But then, it wouldn't have been a good trade. I couldn't have got that 3-to-1 that I was looking for. So I should have done this and should have realized I couldn't get the trade that I wanted and not done it at all. Perhaps. That's what I'm thinking. What are you guys thinking? Or maybe it was just bad luck. See, this particular up candle here is the up candle before a break in structure. It's not the biggest break in structure though, that's the thing. The big break happened here. Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, it was a decent trade. I think I targeted an order block that was higher than a few others that I'd seen. I did intend for the price to pick up my order and then drop. I mean, I don't really think this particular up candle here is one that you could have looked at as an option. It's just there's no big break in structure there. I'll chalk it up as a loss, but also, you did the same thing? Yeah. Also, and perhaps this is the rule I need to stick to, is my rule number 2. Never trade at 50% of the Bitcoin range. And Bitcoin, well, that's at 50%. Perhaps I should have been thinking if the price was to come up to pick up my Litecoin, then this would be at 50%, which would mean it's a shit trade. Probably that's more likely what I did wrong, to be honest. Is there any other options I could have taken? This is the 1 hour chart. So price rallies up. Price gives us a base right here. We have a break-in structure. I mean, the first break-in structure really was this particular candle here, right? So perhaps could have got even smarter and called this the order block to target. And we'll do a short here. I could have left. Let's see if I could get the price I want. If I left that there. Could have even got greedy and pushed it up there. I mean, that's close. That's close to the 3 times. That's close to 3 return on risk to reward. And to me, is a much safer trade. Targeting this OB down here. Yeah, it's just, yeah, that could have been okay. In hindsight, hey? In hindsight, that would have been a much better trade. Was this just reading Beach Dweller's post? Hates crypto with this highly manipulated gamble. Bro, you don't trade at 50%. But this is the other rule that I need to discuss. Rule number 2. Well, I mean, do you guys remember my rules? Just got rule number 2 showing. All right, well, let's go over my rules quickly, and I want to discuss whether or not this actually fits in with rule number 2. So we'll discuss them quickly, right? Rule number 1. So let's just see this. Make sure that's popped up. I think it has. Rule number 1. We take shorts at premium prices. We take longs at discounted prices. That is a premium price. Perfect opportunity for a short, in my opinion. Rule number 2, and I think, honestly, I'm going to confirm this with Nick, because I'm pretty sure this is where I went wrong. Never trade at 50% of the Bitcoin range. I've added the Bitcoin in there. My rule from before today was never trade at 50% of the range. And really, I think it should be never trade at 50% of the Bitcoin range. So I've changed that rule up. And what I mean by that is, just because Litecoin is looking like a massive awesome trade here, I shouldn't be trading at 50% of the range. So if this is 50, this is 25, and this is 0, this is 25, and this is 0 down here. Well, this would be 100 up here, and this would be 0 down here. Never trade near 50. Price is too volatile. Rule number 3. Must be able to target the next OB with a risk to reward ratio of 3 or above. Did we satisfy that? Yeah, we did. targeting the next OB down with a 3 or above. Both of those satisfied that. Alright. Rule number 4. Stop loss should be 25% of the OB and set to where if I'm wrong, then my bias was wrong. Ugh, okay. If the price came up, which it did, and it broke through my stop loss there, was my bias wrong? No, my bias is not wrong. It's done that, and I still think it's going to drop. All right, this trade broke rule number 4. It broke through here, and I'm still thinking the price is going to come down. All right, that's a hard rule to not break. I'm going to keep that one for sure. Because if I had have really asked myself that question properly and followed through, if the price came up here and broke through here, would I still think it's bearish? Yeah, it should have been up here further because structure goes further. If the price broke this structure right here, then I think I'd be thinking, not looking for a bullish trade, but thinking this is bullish. There we go. That's the rule that was broken. Rule number 5. Don't trade against the Bitcoin bias. I don't think I was. I was actually using my Bitcoin bias to get into that trade. I thought Bitcoin would possibly come up, take my trade, and then dump. We haven't seen the dump yet, but I'm thinking it will. I'm thinking it's going to fall around here and crash. I think so. And then rule number 6, a new rule I've added, and this was added since our last session with Nick. No big supply or demand above or below the trade. And reason why we have that is, for example, I didn't take this, I was in this long, so we had price came down from Bitcoin right here, and I was in a long right here. In hindsight, it would have worked, but it wasn't a trade that matched all my rules, so I got out. The new rule was when there is a massive big supply zone, I do not take a trade unless I can get a 3-to-1 to that supply zone, because chances are, and I know it's happened. I know it's in this case. I know it's broken that. The chances are the price will come up into the supply zone, and it won't be able to make it past my risk to reward ratio. So these days, only if there is a supply zone that can give me the 3 risk to reward ratio, I'll be taking. If I can't get that, I'm not going to take it. Of course, a stop hunt is a bad example, because when you have a stop hunt, smart money is just coming in and just taking that. Alright, so I've just seen this message from Beach Dweller in our forum. He's saying that he's just getting so pissed off at the cryptocurrency manipulated gamble. He's taken a Bitcoin short, and the short was right here. Oh, dude, come on. I'm just going to ask him to jump on my stream so we can talk him through this. So Beach Dweller, let me know if you jump. I'm just inviting him to jump on the stream so we can talk through it. If you join, and I'll review this for you. So Beach Dweller's short was at 16,478. Is my rule number 6 still showing? Let's get rid of that. 15,412. Let me just draw up his short. 16,478. Oh man, that was not a good trade. Sorry, buddy. I'm no Nick. I'm still learning, but I can honestly tell you this was a bad idea, and I'll show you exactly why. This was a terrible idea. As soon as you jump on, your stop loss was at 16688. 16688, roughly there. And you are taking this down to 15846. 15846. All right, that was your trade. Oh man, there's just okay. First of all, I don't know if he's going to jump on. All right, Beach Dweller. If you do jump on and you're watching this on the replay, this here is less than 50% of our overall range since. Well, since when? Since November. This is just November. This is just a few weeks. This is the exact 50% line of our range. Anything below 50% is already at a discount. So when the price is at a discount, we are not looking for shorts, my friend. We can't short at a discount. And it's a bad idea. Why? Because you're most likely going to hit your stop loss. We're trying to... Did you just jump on, Beach Dweller? I think you did, yeah? My view count just jumped up. I'm assuming you're one of the guys who just jumped on. I was just going through your trade, mate. This is, if you are on, this is your trade here. I don't understand it. I don't know if I got my numbers wrong. I think they're right. Let me just double check. Stop loss is at 16688. 16685 is close enough, right? Entry point was 16478. 16446. Let's just move this up. 16479. There, close. All right, there we go. That looks a little bit better. And your exit point was 15846. 15862. 15851. That's close enough. 15846. Perfect. Okay. All right. You've got a risk to reward ratio of 3, which is right where we need it to be. Great. But we're taking a short when price is already at a massive discount. We never, ever, ever, if we're following Nick's teachings, if we're following the smart money concepts in his course, we are only taking trades where we have an edge, because we need to get a win rate over 50%, and we do not take shorts when the price is already at a discount. This line here is 50% of the range. Anything below this price is a discount. And also, as price is nearing this 50% mark here, we don't trade at the 50% mark. We don't trade anywhere around here. We trade below it, below here, we trade above it, no problem. But we don't trade on the 50% line. And this, what happened today, is the exact reason why we don't. If we're going to be taking a long, it has to be below this line here. This is when price is at a big enough discount that we can do a long. Now, if you're going to take a short, it has to be up here in the top half of the premium zone. That's where we get our edges. As a trader, that's where we get our edge. It helps us push our win rate above 50%. So this particular trade here, yeah, that was a pretty awful trade. Not gonna lie. Hopefully you had a low risk on that one. So be careful. Draw your line 50% of the chart, and I've done this a few times. I like to use the ruler. Grab the top of the range. Oops, give me that. Measure. Grab your ruler. My ruler doesn't want to work because it's right near my another button. Alright, there we go. Grab your ruler, top of the range to the bottom of the range. Whoops, looks like my line was slightly off. Doesn't really matter if it's off a little bit. And that's your 50% zone. Everything above that is a premium. Everything below that is a discount. Okay, that's step number 1 before we put a trade on. And I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Don't worry, this stop hunt has destroyed a few trades today. I lost a trade this morning that I thought was a sure winner. I'm just going to leave that open for people to see. Yeah, so close. Oh man. Let's have a look at the higher time frame and see if I could have, if my new trade idea would have been better. Yeah, I think that would have been better. Turns out that new trade idea was right on that down candle there. Another lesson for us all. Even though I went to a higher time frame and I took a higher order block, I could have done it one step before that and got an even better trade. I'm not jumping back in on this one. I'm going to leave this there. I'm going to leave my paper trade there of what I should have done. I'm going to leave my trade here of what I did do, just so I can remind myself when I look at this again. I got to remind myself that I don't need to pick up the trade. I should be looking for the biggest discount possible, and my stop should be at a point where if it breaks through that, I have absolutely, definitely got the bias wrong. Because the worst part about losing this particular trade was the price came up and my bias is still the same. I still think we're going to go down. Oh well, live and learn. Let's take a look at some other coins. Let's see what's happened through this big price stop hunt that we've had. See if any of my other thoughts are still valid. Alright. ETH. Oh, actually. ETH. ETH is looking good, guys. ETH is looking very good. We are in the top half. We are at premium prices for ETH now. This is great. Okay, so this is since the 7th of November. We are in this structure here. And we are now in what I would consider to be the premium prices. These are short territory. We are trading right now at 50% of the top zone. I had 2 possible trade ideas already set up in this zone. This particular zone here is not one I don't think we should be taking, because it is at that 50% of the structure here. But this one is something that I'm looking forward to. We could be in a situation here where we hit the top of the ETH structure, and that might mean we can get a short done. I wouldn't short at this zone. This is 50% of the premium prices. It's come up with a strong move up. Okay, so what I'm thinking may actually happen, like ETH is looking very different to Bitcoin. I almost have two separate ideas for ETH. I think we might come back down, retest here, come back up, and then go down. That's one possibility. That's exciting. Whereas Bitcoin, I'm wondering if ETH has done that. Does that mean Bitcoin might? All right, let's plan out some shorts. This is really easy, because we have some definite zones here for shorts. Which would mean that my bias could completely change. Alright, that's at the 1 hour. That's a huge zone there. But a really big break in structure. and then this one up here, which is probably one I'd rather get. One could even, like, one. Here I am speaking like the Queen. One might say. We could say. Let me get rid of these. I want to redraw my markers here, because that really is the top of the structure there. Oh, wait, come on, ruler. Bugger off. Give me a proper ruler. Just happened. Let's try that again. That's Litecoin. I mean, yeah, that does look like the top of this structure. I mean, that's debatable whether or not it is. What if we did that? What does that look like? If that is the top of the structure, that kind of changes things a fair bit. Means we're not quite at the top. But if this is the top of the structure, I have to go with what I see there. I have to. I can't just ignore that. That is my new middle. And that makes this halfway to the bottom. Come on, give me that. There we go. And that makes this level here halfway to the top. Alright, so Bitcoin's still got a fair way to climb before I'm interested in a short, but if I am going to be shorting Bitcoin, I'm going to be doing it not from there. I'm going to be doing it from here. That's my zone. That's my zone there. Ready to go. Now for ETH, yeah, my zone hasn't changed. That structure looks fine. ETH is looking bullish as hell. That's fantastic. If you were a gambling man, you could take a short here and watch the price come down. Let's see if we could do that. This is the 1 hour chart. Just to take a look. Not saying that I would ever do this. I just want to take a look. No. There is no way. There is no way. Especially because it's at that 50% right here between premium and just slightly premium. So we're going to be waiting for this. I'm going to be waiting for this to pop up to this level here. Give me some premium prices so I can take myself a short. And then I'm going to be looking for short opportunities all the way down to the bottom here. Once I'm in my trade, and I'm going to pop this into my book because we may see this. This may happen. Now, I do want to get myself a better entry point at 50% of this region. Stop loss set to a point where if I'm wrong, we would have broken structure. That would be a clean breaking structure right there. Alright, that's my trade. Let's add that into my book. What's my stop loss ratio? 2.52. Fantastic. 2.52. Short. This is going to be for ETH. What's 495 minus 14? Maybe 480. And today's the 30th of the 11th. 222. 12 p.m. here on the Gold Coast. Leverage at 25. Probably my entry points. Alright, I'm going to delete these other ones that I didn't take and move these up. Oi, and move these all up. Three. Yeah, I hate it how you just breaks everything. Great. I do need to use that better spreadsheet for sure. Alright. Got my ETH sorted out. Take a look through a few more coins. Got my Litecoin there. Let's take a look at what else we got. Solana. Not a huge reaction on Solana. Not in anywhere, any zone I'm interested in. ECT. Middle of the structure. Chili's. Hardly any reaction at all on Chili's. Oh, that's sad. Matic. Whoa, nice reaction there on Matic. Still not interested. We're still in this no-go zone. OP. Ooh, OP. Okay. OP could be heading back up into short territory. Once we get above this line here, it's looking healthy. I'm going to keep that up the top. BNB. I am waiting for BNB to get to the top of this structure here. GMT. Nothing there for me at the moment. XRP. Got a while to go before I'm interested in XRP. ADA. Same, I missed out on that long opportunity. That would have been fantastic, but I missed that. I wasn't watching ADA at the time. AVAX. I'm still waiting. Waiting for my long there. Near, not interested. Atom, not interested. KNC, still ranging. Oh, that's interesting. KNC is sitting here at the top of its structure with a bunch of stops right here that could get taken out. That's kind of cool. Ooh. Oops, that's a long. Do a short position here. Making sure that we can get the top of that because that's the swing high over there. Can we get a 3? I don't think we can. Oh. I'd have to get greedy with my position. Where is this coming from? Right here. Look at this. That's where I want to be for KNC. That's the point. Short position, 50% of this set to where if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We can get a 3-to-1 right there. Beautiful. what I wait for this KNC. First of all, it's going to enter that zone, and for that to happen, prices are going to keep going up. And if ETH keeps going up, well, we could easily be in that price zone there. So I'm definitely going to be watching that for KNC. Definitely. All right. That's KNC. What do we got for what's next? Let's check the DXY. Damn. I think we're coming up to retest this up here. That pop we just had no impact on the DXY, so money didn't come into crypto. That's interesting. I think we could see prices come down before they go up. I think we could see that. Doesn't mean I'm willing to do a short on Bitcoin. We're in a terrible zone here for Bitcoin. Not going to be doing a short on ETH just yet. I think if that's the case, ETH can come back up. So I think that strategy stays. Take a look at VET. Nothing there I'm interested right now. Gala. Gala is at the bottom of his range here. It didn't get the entry that I wanted, unfortunately. I'll delete that because there is a better idea here. Well, I think we could actually get right there with a long. Right there. I think there's a long opportunity there for Gala. If price does come back down into it. But look, I think that's it for now for me. There's a few ideas that I have. I'm going to wait and see how our price reacts over the next few hours and then make some decisions. Until then, guys, I'll catch you on the next stream.